Morning, Nova Scotia. Barnabas and I were just out for a walk, and as you can see, Rottweiler puppies enjoy things. You're a good boy. While I was walking, I was reflecting on the federal government's announcement yesterday of the funding that's being made available for agriculture, and having talked to some folks who are quite intimate with the process, as well as looking through the numbers and comparing them to budgeted numbers, it's eminently clear that this is like handing a fire brigade a bucket of water when a house is on fire. And the industry has estimated that in order to maintain the food supply in Canada, we need about 10 times what was announced. And of that 10% of what was asked for to maintain the food system in Canada, of that 10%, 77 million of it is new money, and that's going to the packing plants to ensure that the workers there have the proper PPE. Ow, mister. Which is great, because we've put ourselves in a situation nationally where we process the entirety of our beef supply in like 3 plants, generally. So yes, we need to make sure those workers are safe, both for their own health and for your food security. But additionally, new money is the 50 or 55 million or whatever it was that the government is going to use to buy surplus inventory, because the food service sector has pretty much just stopped. So there's a lot of very specific products grown and produced in Canada that are for the food service industry that aren't selling. And so that's kind of messing up what's going to be grown this year, because we don't know what's going to happen to the inventory. So the federal government has announced 55 and 75 or 77, and that's it for new money. All the other money that they've announced is just money that's moving around the budget already. It's not any new help for anybody around the country. And additionally, all the help, hey mister, the help that they are claiming to provide is being delivered through existing programs that frankly don't work for Nova Scotian farms. They're designed for single commodity large farms all around Canada, which generally is how the industry works in Canada. But in Nova Scotia, we aren't giant monocrop farms that are producing a single commodity. Some of us are, but a lot of us produce a lot of different things. And just by the mechanics of how these programs are delivered, it ends up meaning that most Nova Scotian farms don't benefit from these programs that this measly amount of money is being delivered through. And I can tell you with certainty that farmers are really upset, and farmers are really worried, because we're not confident as an industry that we're going to be able to continue providing the products and services that we have provided as a sector to our fellow citizens. We all do this job because we passionately believe that growing food for Canadians is something that is worthwhile, and we're all very concerned that we're not going to be able to do that. And so I would encourage you folks to pay particular attention to what is happening with the government support of your food security in Canada. You okay there, bud? You almost went off. Please look for ways to support your farmers by raising these issues in discussions you have with people, writing letters to your MP asking them what they're going to do to properly support your food security and your food systems. Because if we don't do something way more than a bucket of water on a house fire, stuff is going to collapse. And they're talking about a small but significant percentage of Canadian farms just disappearing this year, frankly. And I've heard figures like 15% of Canadian farms are at risk of not surviving this economic crisis. And that's not about profitability of businesses. This is about the security of Canada's food system and our ability to feed our citizens. So please, folks, do whatever you can to raise this issue with whomever you feel necessary, and let's all take a stand together for Canada's food security. And the dog just ran into the camera. Take care.